Well, hello, National Farmers Union. I'm sorry that we can't be together in person as we usually are, but I'm glad that you all are still making the effort to gather virtually during this period of social distancing. A lot sure has changed since I last visited with you back in March down in Savannah. I told you then that it's been a challenging few years for American agriculture, and those challenges only intensified during the coronavirus pandemic. But USDA, we've tried to do a lot of work to try to mitigate concerns and help. As you know, at the direction of President Trump, USDA announced $19 billion in immediate assistance for America's farmers and ranchers under the Coronavirus Food Assistance Program, better known as CFAP. The first $16 billion of this funding is in the form of direct payments to farmers to help them through these tough times. After reviewing the comments received and analyzing our market news data, we announced new commodities. We also made updates to the program for existing eligible commodities. This is an example of government working for the people. We asked for your input, and we listened, and we updated the program based on the comments that we received. Sign-ups for the CFAP just ended this last week. The next $3 billion provides for USDA's Farmers to Family Food Box program, which has delivered over 80 million food boxes. USDA is partnering with national, regional, and local suppliers whose workforce had been impacted by the closure of the restaurants, hotels, and other food service businesses. These partnerships are purchasing product and boxing it up to give families in need. I've traveled around the country over the past few months to see firsthand this program in action, helping people who've fallen on hard times. In fact, the program's been so successful that President Trump announced another $1 billion just recently that will be added to the program. The Farmers to Family Food Box program is a great example of Americans helping Americans, and something we should all be proud of. I know you all are curious what the future of CFAP will look like. What can I tell you is that Congress replenished the $14 billion to the CCC in the CARES Act. We're in the process of evaluating COVID-19 impacts on the agricultural economy and looking back at the lessons learned thus far as we consider a second round of CFAP. We expect an announcement very soon. Finally, as we look ahead, USDA continues to work to open new markets for America's hardworking farmers and ranchers to sell their U.S.-grown products in high demand. USMCA, going into effect in July, is proof of President Trump's unwavering support of farmers and ranchers, and is a big win for American agriculture. We continue to work toward agreements in the UK and the EU, and recently the U.S. launched negotiations with Kenya on a free trade agreement. Cementing a trade deal with a booming African nation will set the stage for future deals with other African nations where the population growth is leading the world. And while there have been some slowdowns due to COVID-19, the China Phase 1 agreement is being implemented, and China is making purchases significantly. Everyone in this virtual meeting knows that 2020 has been a tough year. COVID-19 has squeezed every farmer in America, but farmers have done what you always do. You persevered. Our motto here at USDA is to do right and feed everyone. And I want you to know that your visits with our USDA team help all of us as we work to fulfill that motto. So thank you for doing what you do and for having me here today at your virtual meeting. I look forward when we can visit with you again in person, and thank you for all the help that you give us. Stay safe out there.